graduated high school, you attended college.
Yeah.
Could you tell me a little bit about what year you entered college and what did you end up studying?
Yeah, I entered college in 1973, and I ended up studying civil engineering. Didn't really have an idea what an engineer did. And I tell people this story, they think I'm making it up. It's really true. I sent my application in to major in physical education because I love sports, and I love to teach. I thought I loved to teach because my role models were teachers, my coaches, my teachers, right? And I thought they were doing something significant and valuable, and they were inspiring people, and they inspired me. And that's what I thought I would do. So I didn't go down for freshman orientation. I waited late, and I go into the school. You know, I'm from a little small high school. We had maybe 400 people in the school. You know, maybe 500, no more than that, I'm sure. And so I go down, you know, and it's a small college, but to me it's a big thing. You know, you got 600 freshmen, whatever the number was, more than my whole high school class. And they're in the gymnasium, and I look at this line for education. Man, it's long. And I'm not a very patient person. And I look at the line there at the engineering table. You would not know nobody down there. I said, I think I'll go down to that line. So I go to that line, and I tell the guy, I think I want to sign up for engineering. He said, we don't have your name here. I told him my name, and so he says, well, what did you send in for? And I said, well, I sent in for physical education, but I changed my mind. He kind of laughed, right? So he went and got my records, and he came back, and he looked at, I guess, my ACT scores and said, okay. So he gave me a schedule of civil engineering.
What was your experience like as you went through the school?
It was interesting. I don't know. I don't know if I really ever bonded with the school at West Virginia Tech. I'm not really sure if I did or not. At the time, I was the only basketball player that was in the engineering program. And that was difficult. This wasn't WVU, okay? You don't get no tutors. You don't get nobody to help you. You're on your own. You miss class, you got to get somebody in the class that you know is a friend of yours, see if they let you copy their notes, and so you can get caught up. You're on your own. So, you know, the academic rigor was higher than what I was used to. You're coming from a small school that I came from. But we had great teachers in college. All the classes were very small, you know. But for me, I was always concerned I might get behind. You're practicing late, you got games, you're getting back real late, you're missing class sometime because you're traveling. We're not doing a lot of overnight travels, but back then the interstate wasn't complete. So there wasn't no interstate all the way to Morgantown, okay? So to get to Fairmont was 4 hours or whatever it was. To get to Buck Island, I mean, you know, it seemed like it took forever. But, you know, I made some lifelong friends there in college. But I was there on a mission. I was on there to get an education, play basketball, and kind of get out of here. And there weren't a lot of African Americans on the campus. And it wasn't until maybe a junior year that I even bonded with many of them. And maybe my lack of bonding there, maybe it wasn't all the school's fault. It may have been partially maybe my fault, I'm not really sure. But it was a great experience academically.
So when you graduated, how long were you an engineer for before you went into pastoring?
Almost 19 years.
Oh, so you were doing it for quite some time then.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I was pretty good at it. It just wasn't my calling.
So why did you ended up? You're a pretty big community leader in Charleston, from what I've read in a lot of the articles. You seem to be pretty involved.
I don't know if I'm a pretty big community leader or not, but I got an opinion about a thing or two.
Yeah.
And
well,
I'm not bashful about articulating it.
Sorry, can you say it one more time?
So I'm not bashful about sharing my opinion on things that's important to me.
Mm-hmm. That's good.